A twisted fire starter. The following footage has been seen a lot of times on found footage videos on other channels, but after doing my research on the arson found footage tape, I found out some details that I've never heard before, and so I dug some more, and this is what I uncovered. In 1988, a news broadcast hit the TV stations about a house in Redwood City, California, that was on fire. The news reports were all filming live, but no one knew at the time how the fire started. The house that got burned down was empty and was under construction. In other words, it was in the process of getting built. So after the blaze was put out, the police started their investigation, and they got a lucky break because 1 year later, on the 15th of August 1989, along the Interstate 205 near Stockton, California, a man called Alfonso's car broke down due to overheating in the scorching summer heat. He pulled over to the side of the road, left his wife and son in the car, and went in search of help to a nearby house. On the way to the house, he noticed an old military camouflage jacket stuffed in the bushes. The jacket had this badge on it. As he checked the jacket pockets, a videotape fell out with no label on. Also, inside the jacket were several audio cassettes of heavy metal music. Alfonso and the family took the contents home with them and decided to watch the tape. And they were stunned when they realized what they were watching. The video that Alfonso found in the jacket is the footage that you are about to see. The police were convinced at the time that the person holding the camera also set fire to the house. The disturbing voice in the tape belongs to the arsonist as he watches his handiwork from afar. He sounds happy as he talks over the camera and breathes heavily and laughs. Watch. After watching the tape, Alfonso knew what it was and decided to turn it over to the police. The fire captain at the time was called Frank Curry, and he was shocked and scared when he saw it and heard the malice in the voice of the arsonist. At one point, the arsonist says, "Look at it, Omar. Look at it, Omar. This is what I've been doing on your week's vacation. I said I'll do it. I told you I'll do it." So who was this Omar mentioned on the tape? Was Omar the property owner? Was the fire revenge related? The authorities speculated that this Omar worked on the construction site and hired the arsonist to work alongside him, but then fired him for some reason, which was the motive for the fire. Also, near the jacket, the police found a wooden pestle used to grind herbs in rituals. Also, they found a glove and a ceramic skull. The pestle in the skull suggests Satanism, and certain portions of the arsonist's monologue did so too. For example, in the footage he says, "This is hell. I call it home. My hell. The whole sky is black with smoke. This is the fire that will destroy and burn up your soul. Ancient spirits of evil." So either he's into rituals or he loves Mumra from the Thundercats. Either way, it's creepy. Of course, these could be the ramblings of an angry teenager set on pissing off his boss. But the way he films the fire means he planned it, brought along the items and the camera. And the way he reflects on the destruction like it's a work of art. The results. The location of the burning house was number 3 Colton Court in Redwood City. A viewer from nearby Woodside, Doris Lance, believed that this Omar referred to on the tape was her 17-year-old neighbor, and after questioning and an investigation, Omar finally confessed to knowing about the fire, and said his friend had set the fire and recorded it. Omar gave up his arson friend, a 19-year-old boy called John from Redwood City, and when the police checked the house and garage, they found some disturbing things. Things like multiple dismembered animals, a cutting table with a large blade, bloody knives, and a Freddy Krueger mask and glove. The police were worried about John and said that he showed traits that were en route to him becoming a serial killer. Then, finally, on the 27th of September 1990, John broke down and finally admitted to the arson and recording the tape. John also admitted to the arson of another 14 fires. They both pleaded guilty, but because both men were under 18 at the time of the crimes, they were both tried as minors. John was ordered to undergo psychiatric treatment at an inpatient facility and also had to register with the police as a known arsonist until the age of 30. Omar, on the other hand, was sentenced to juvenile hall for a short period of time and later released. A $5 million secret. The next piece of found footage is a weird one, but very interesting all the same, so bear with me. Also, I must admit, technically, the footage wasn't found, it was posted online. But no one knew who filmed and uploaded it. Also, it was filmed in secret, and since then, no one knows what happened to the person who recorded it afterwards. Here's the background information. On the 17th of November 2011, a mysterious video titled "You Have 30 Days to Pay Me $5 Million" was released online via LiveLeak and Facebook, and then, shortly afterwards, it was uploaded to YouTube. Also, alongside the video, there was a website that was created called nowiknow.com that featured a countdown on screen for 1 month, which was December the 18th. The description of the video simply stated, "I just want to sell my silence. You have 30 days to pay me $5 million. Otherwise, I will upload the full version of the video." The video itself was footage of a mysterious man building and modifying a remote-controlled car with a GoPro camera mounted on the top. The footage was filmed in first-person mode. In other words, you never saw his face, you only saw what he was doing and where he went. In the video, after he finished modifying the car, it was followed with footage of his flight and arrival into Egypt, and it ended with him approaching the base of one of the Great Pyramids, where he places the modified RC car into a tiny shaft leading deeper into the pyramid. After some distance down the shaft, there's suddenly some interference of the camera as something comes into view. Just then, the camera cuts out. When the website's countdown hit 0, true to his word, the mysterious man uploaded the full-length version of the video. At the end of the tape, as the car drives down the shaft towards the center of the pyramid, it exits the shaft out into some sort of room, and we see what vaguely appears to be a figure of some sort, which is where the video cuts out after the interference. And that's it. There's no further information and no clear answer as to what the hell was the purpose of the footage. So many questions come to mind while watching this video, like who was the man and who was the video targeted at? Did he work on site or in the pyramid? And was he an archaeologist? And what did he find in the pyramid? Naturally, the theories range from the norm to the downright bizarre, like the footage being some sort of student project, or a viral advertisement, or it was an underground bunker where the government kept aliens, or even stranger still, it was the home of an immortal Egyptian priest. Well, I did say the theories were out there, didn't I? I've done my research and, as far as I can tell, no one has come forward as to the creator of the footage. This video has stuck with me over the years because it's so unusual and random that it must be real, right? I mean, I want nothing more than to know who made it and why, and what did he find out there. The original website was shut down not long after the video aired, and there was nothing else about this in the news or the papers, meaning it was covered up.